Good morning. Today's topic is earthquakes. You are on page 21 of your notebook. Our objective today is I can explain the cause of earthquakes and how they have shaped the Earth's surface. The first topic on the left side of your notes is earthquakes. Earthquakes are sudden movements or shaking of the Earth. Earthquakes are located at plate boundaries, so where two tectonic plates are touching. The most common type of boundary that earthquakes are found is transform boundaries. Think about a time when you have felt a lot of stress. Your nerves are bad, people are coming down at you at all sides, you have tons of work to do, you don't know how you're going to get through the day. Well, the Earth's crust also feels a lot of stress, a lot of the time. Things are constantly changing and moving around, causing there to be pressure to build up, which leads to what we call stress, just like you have in your life. So earthquakes are caused by plate tectonic stress. When enough stress builds up on the rocks, the rock breaks, creating something called a fault. So just like when you have a lot of stress in your life, sometimes you feel like you're going to crack. Well, rocks, the same thing happens. Rocks on the Earth's crust. So fault lines is your next topic. This is what we call breaks in the crust that are caused by stress. And the stress I'm talking about is normally pressure. Plates in a fault zone have stick-slip motion. This means there's a period of no movement where they're just sitting next to each other. That's what we call the stick. And then all of a sudden, there's fast movement, which is the slip. When plates are sitting just touching in that stick position, energy is stored inside of them. The minute they move, that fast movement, they slip past each other, that energy is released. It's that energy that is released that causes earthquakes. So here we have two plates that are sliding past each other. This is the slip, that fast movement. When they slide, that energy is released. The place where the first release of energy happens is called the focus point. Directly above the focus on the surface of the crust, we call the epicenter. And so on the news, whenever there's an earthquake and you hear about it, they will talk about where the epicenter was. That just means where on the crust, so what city, what location, is directly above the exact point where the earthquake started. The strength or magnitude, which is your next topic on the left side, of an earthquake can be measured on a scale from 1 to 10. The Richter scale is what it's called. Just like we measure the strength of hurricanes from 1 to 5, you guys know that a Category 5 hurricane is really dangerous and really strong. Well, a Category 10 earthquake is super strong and would cause a lot of destruction. Anything greater than a 6 on the scale, the Richter scale, is considered a major earthquake. So here's an example of a list of earthquakes that occurred near the country of New Zealand over about a week and a half long period. On the very far left-hand side, where the arrow is pointing, it shows a number. This shows the range of magnitudes that the earthquakes were. So how strong were those earthquakes? Earthquakes can cause a lot of damage for the surface. It can change the way the surface looks. Some of that change can come in the form of landslides, buildings can be damaged, roadways can be damaged. A lot of money goes into restoring land after earthquakes.